Okay, hopefully you had some success in checking to see if you are working with a palindrome here. If you were not able to get the test to pass, one thing I want to remind you about right now is to recall that you are supposed to return a true or false value from this function. That's what the tests are looking for. The tests want to see a truthy or falsy value being returned. All right, so let's give this thing a shot with our first solution. Now the first solution we're going to look at is the easiest, or I should say kind of like the most direct solution, or the most compact one. When I say easiest, I don't necessarily mean the most obvious solution, or the solution that you should have gotten. I really just mean to say this is probably the most direct solution. So let's give this a shot. The first thing to recognize is that we want to somehow reverse the string that is provided to us. So we just learned how to reverse strings in 3 separate fashions. So the first thing I'm going to do here is to reverse the string that is passed to us. So I will say const reversed is string.split. That gives me an array that I will reverse, and then I will join it back together. And so in one line right here, I now have the reversed string available to me. Now remember, if a string is a palindrome, the reversed form should be equal to the original form. And so there's not a lot of additional logic I need here. I can just do a direct comparison between reversed and string and return the result of that. If the two are equal, fantastic, they must be a palindrome. Otherwise, if they are not equal, then it must not be a palindrome. So right underneath, I can simply say return string equal 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 reversed. So this is a Boolean statement right here, or I should say it produces a Boolean value. If string is equal to the value of reversed, then we will return true. Otherwise, if they are not equal to each other, then we will return false. So like I said, this is the most straightforward solution, not necessarily the easiest one to come up with, just the most straightforward one. So I will save this file. Let's check our tests and see how we're doing. And so it looks like that solved it. Not bad. Okay, so if you didn't come up with that solution, of course, don't sweat it. Me personally, when I first sit down to look at these, I usually come up with a very roundabout solution, one that's not always the best. So there's many different ways of solving this problem, many different ways. If you came up with another solution, that is totally fine. Let's take a quick break right now. In the next section, we're going to look at a second way of solving this problem. So quick break, and we'll take a look at that second solution in the next section.